No i witam was w kolejnym odcinku z gry Technomancer. Z tej strony Wilczek. Co my mieliśmy zrobić? Nie pamiętam. Nie tab. L. Tego coś zagapiesz sami, to sobie dupę to wsadźcie. Nie tak. To mogę na razie chyba wziąć. A, dobra, to nie. Zadania poboczne. Mamy coś? Zoologia. Zabij szarańczę burzową. A to chyba będzie w Starym Mieście. U naszym. Do którego i tak będzie trzeba się udać. Mamy coś tu do roboty innego? Dajnik. A. Dobra, ich po prostu nie ma. Tu są za parę godzin, to akurat jak wrócimy z naszego zadanka. Może polazem, żeby szybciej się tam dotrzeć? Chyba nie. Nie. Była trasa. No jak zwykle. Też nie można tej mapy powiększyć. Nikogo nie można. To jest problem. Za chuja nie wiem co ja robię. Ale to chyba raczej się przyzwyczailiście do tego, skoro oglądacie. Po niektórzy. Ja mam tu gadać? Nie wiem. No i ostatnio sobie pograłem chwilę w... Kurde, nie pamiętam jak ta gra się nazywa. Coś z rekinem. Nie chcę kompletować drużyny, jak chcę iść stąd iść dróg. Tak, Co tu mamy? Walls Mariners. Przed tobą Walls Mariners, czy chcesz się tam udać? Tak, czemu nie? Nie wiem co to za miejsce, ale chyba to jest jakieś coś z zadania związane. Poinformuj Donalda, że przetransportowano łazik do Noctis. A, to, dobra. Już mam jakieś zadanko? Coś do zrobienia? Nie, ale będę mógł sobie najwyżej zwiedzać więcej tego dziadostwa. Mogę z siebie skorzystać? Ni chuja. Ani chuja. Nie. A dzieci nokty spierdolę. Się. Jeszcze raz tam musimy się udać. Podróż. To tym razem mamy jakieś zadanko? Nie. No to udamy się na ścieżkę Aurory. Później do naszego starego miasta.
Long ago, the prospect of attacking Technomancers from Aurora seemed logical, but now talking to them poses an interesting alternative. Perhaps we ought to try sympathy, find common ground from which to work. Maybe it will save us from a lot of war.
Tak, gadaj sobie tam dalej, mnie to nie obchodzi. W tym momencie. O, Ragnarok nagrywa.
Halt! Don't move! What are you doing? In case you haven't heard, there's been a truce and a peace treaty is being negotiated.
Nie będzie zgodnie z planem.
Death to Aurora for the good of abundance!
Zdjęcie, a to mi się kopało, dobra. Panie, chodź pan tu. Masz kwasowe pociski? Kto by się spodziewał? Weź wszystko. No nie gadam, tylko mundury będą mieli. Już. Dobra, towar jakiś jest. Na dół mogę zejść? Mogę zejść. Dobry pomysł, żebym tu schodził? Nie wiem. Ale zejdę. Zejdę się. Nic tu nie szkodzi. O, mamy skrzynkę. To się opłaciło. Wejdę tędy. Proszę, wlazłem. Nie strać mnie, kobieto. Wzmocniony kostur znalazłem. Czymś pokryty albo przykryty, nie wiem. Może kurzem. To by było zakurzony, wzmocniony kostur plus 5 do zakurzenia. Wszystko? No to wychodzimy. Pieprzone gardło, no. Się. Zamię. Towar kolejny. Znowu ktoś mnie atakuje? No proszę bardzo. Kto by się spodziewał? Czemu mnie to nie dziwi? Zdechłem jak zwykle. Mam nadzieję, że tutaj będę gdzieś. Mam szczęście. Szybki zapis. Tam sprawdziłem tam te skrzynki. Tam jak sprawdziłem, dobra, możemy wyjść. Ja sprawdzę. No gadałem ci już wcześniej, ale chyba jeszcze raz powtórzyć. Dobra, tym razem poszło lepiej. Zabierz serum. Swoim pozabieram. Drogi. Aż tam mnie nie obchodzi. Nie chcę żyją. Złom. Co to może być? Coś tu mamy? Mamy skrzynkę, oczywiście. Co by innego mogło być? Żelazny młot. Dobra, tutaj nic nie zrobię, no to trzeba się cofnąć. I kuźba, pieprzona szkawka. 5, bo nie chcemy się tego powtarzać. I wchodzimy dalej. Powrotem na górę. Z innej strony. I wchodzimy.
Death to the humans! Kane avenges us!
Ten nasz skąd się tam wziął? Nie wnikam. Wziął się, to wziął. O, wziąłem, muszę sobie dać. Czwóreczka. No daj mi dać. Pozwól mi dać sobie przyłę. Nie są oddziały Aurory. Ej, gruby, wracaj tu. Załatwienie? Coś jeszcze się ostało? Chyba nie. Mogę pozbierać wszystko. Na razie nie powinniśmy dostać żadnego minusu w końcu. My nic nie zrobiliśmy tak naprawdę. Dostarczyliśmy... Jak tych wszystkich wybiliśmy, to raczej nie powinien nikt się do nas przyczepić. To nasza sprawa. Skąd mogą się dowiedzieć? My coś takiego zrobiliśmy. Nie wiadomo, to jest gra.
Won't be able to force this lock. I need a key.
Klucza potrzebuję. Muszę bardzo szukać. Ktoś gdzieś pewnie ktoś ma. Posłukamy, tak. Cała mapka. Nie ten przycisk. Tam na górę się dostanę?
Can't do this.
Może ci nikt pomóc? On przylazł. Bym chciał tam się dostać. Nie, kuźwa nie dostanę. Podoba mi się to.
I won't be able to force this lock. I need a key.
Dupę sobie ten klucz wsadź. Jak ci powiem. No nic, no schodzimy w dół. Wracamy tam, gdzie byliśmy. Niego chyba wyjścia nie ma. Już z tych będzie miał klucz. Nie wiem, znamy się. Ale dobrze, że mamy jeszcze dalej możliwość wykorzystania tego dodatkowego expa. Coś jest? Tyle. A nie, skrzynka jest. Ale dobrze chodzi. Dobra. Tam tej skrzynki nie otworzę. Szkoda. Już nie trudno. Idź szybciej. No. Blokuj się, tumanie. Chyba nic więcej nie znajdziemy. Trudno. Teraz idziemy do naszego miasta. Nie, wrócimy tutaj. Tak. Na razie mi się tam nie chce ich. To być troszkę niezbyt mądry w aktualnym rozrachunku i stanie. McDonalda, dobra, wchodzimy. Wracamy do Donalda. Na górę. Oto to skopałem. Jednym z ostatnich odcinków. Nie wiem, którym. Pamiętam. Drogi. Chodź tu, McDonaldzie. Gadaj ze mną. Nie ten przycisk.
Zachariah, what can I do for you?
Zdobywanie technomantów, informacji. Daj raport z misji. Konwój z
We found
Aurory.
the Aurora convoy you wanted us to hit. We attacked, left witnesses, even got the uniforms you wanted.
Oh, Zachariah, a beautiful thing. Great news.
Go get yourself some rest now, because I'm gonna need you to take care of another matter for me soon.
Znowu?
Remember earlier when I told you Ophir's Vori have their sights set on Noctis? Want a foothold in my city that'll let them reach the other corporations? Well, the thought's been eating at me. Makes me sick to think of their violence intruding on this city. Luckily, up till now, it was just a distant
Aby na
threat.
pewno.
Scuffles in our fair city and the attitudes of some of our newer inhabitants make me wonder why they haven't already found their way in.
What do you want me to do exactly?
Investigate. Suss it out. You know the Vori, their methods, probably even some of their members. If they're here, I'm sure you'll see them. When you do, lure them out, then kick them out. We don't want them here. Oh, one more thing, probably nothing. I'm sure you're aware the ASC now controls Ophir. And, as I'm sure you can imagine, its constant surveillance makes it difficult for our underground matters. All thanks to new asinine restrictions created daily, like a tightening noose. So I need you to smuggle some of our merchandise in through the city's underworks, as you call it, to one of our clients. And since I know you know them well, it should be a cakewalk for you. And lucrative. Very lucrative. My property manager will give you the goods.
I'll do my best.
Interesujące. Łazik.
I moved the rover for you. If Ophir finds the road in, it won't be because of me.
Yes, I already heard. Sorry if the request seemed paranoid. Better safe than sorry.
Oko. Gdzie jest ten twój nadzorca? Dozorca tu? Nie, ty. To ruszyć dupy. Jeszcze ten gościu. Okay. Idziemy do tej Amelii. Tu Amelię. Złaź na dół. Amelię. Masz,
So,
gadamy.
just when I thought shit couldn't be worse. Her engine's been blown like a John in a whorehouse. Gonna need some spare parts now. A
Ouch, ale
stator, a
porównanie.
thermic regulator, a rotor. With only a few rovers out there, it's not like you can just grab those parts from the nearest merchant. There is one in Ophir, though. He used to have a machine for me from scratch. And I heard there may be someone else here in Noctis who sells them too. However, when it comes to prices, since we don't have abundance of support, it's not the same anymore. It's gonna cost you an arm and a leg, honey. I wouldn't mind seeing you go broke, but there are other options. Let me think.
Odpierdolić.
In my shed, I had a replacement stator ready to go. I imagine that the area is closely monitored, but if you manage to sneak in, maybe you could recover it. I also had a delivery waiting. The quartermaster, Ryan Stewart. I imagine he must still have a rotor in his inventory since I'm not there anymore. It won't be easy to get it back, but that's your problem.
I go
Oh my.
back with Ryan. Know his inventory well. Though with all those soldiers in the barracks, it'll be a tough nut to crack.
The final option's a robber I heard of who parts everything he fucking finds. Not a guy I'd want to grab a drink with, but I heard he's got spare rover parts. May have one of the ones we need. And I've heard that he wasn't interested in serum. Maybe you'll have to take chances, who knows? Anyway, it could be a lead. One last thing. I found the tools I'll need. However, I was in such a rush that I forgot to take my serum. I don't have a single drop of it left. And since around here they don't give away freebies...
Masz.
Here, take this. You will be able to buy your tools.
Well done. Wow, this is great. You just have to go get me the parts now.
I'll take care of it. The shed, Ryan's inventory, the looter, or if I want to go broke, the merchants. See? I remember everything.
A ja nie. Mam pierwszą część?
What's good, Zachariah? Got my parts yet?
Keep your pants on. Still working on it.
Nie mam. Ty chciałeś. Ty czy ty? A ty.
Hey there. I was told to come find you.
Looking to smuggle merchandise to Ophir? You've come to the right place. Hope Dandolo explained the risks.
Not really, but I know Ophir well enough. He probably just didn't want to worry me.
You may think you know the city well, pal, but you've never tried to go through it with contraband. You find yourself caught by customs agents or guards, and they ain't gonna slap your wrist. Good luck.
I know you're wondering about the origins of the
They
contract.
have fun.
Listen, Dandolo isn't the kind of person who will willingly lose clients. It doesn't really
Dandelion.
matter what's in here. There isn't enough to put the people of
chyba nie
Ophir
jestem po dobrej
in any
stronie.
real danger.
I figured that might be the case. I'm getting the impression that I'm acting as a delivery boy.
Maybe you could learn something from all this. Nothing's ever as it seems when Dandolo is involved.
F5. Na wszelki. To jest ta banda? Pańców? Tu jest. Gadaj ze mną.
Hello?
Oh, hey there. Need something? Got a lot of mechanical stuff.
Zapytaj się na... Ma regulator
I
temperatury.
was told you might have spare parts for a rover. I'm looking for a thermic regulator.
Oh, yes, I got one of those. Hard to find, very hard, very rare.
Chyba w
Hard to
dupę.
come by. What would you
Oh,
give
jaja.
me in return?
Pasuje?
What do you want for it?
Well, I see two possible trades. I'd love to get my hands on some of that focus drug. I know it's not meant for us, but it gives me a nice buzz. Otherwise,
A, to ci
you're
mogę
a
dać, ile chcesz.
technomancer, aren't
Tego
you?
nie korzystam.
Yeah.
Good, good. Well, I like to poke around old places, and just the other day I found a Technomancer glove, but I can't seem to make it work. Like most all the Technomancer stuff I find.
Uuu.
Well, I can repair most things, but this, I don't understand how it works or even what it's supposed to do. But I'm sure you do. So repair it. In front of me. You fix, I watch. You teach, I learn. So in the future, I can do the fixing myself. Got it? You do this. I'll not only give you your thermic regulator, but let you walk away with the glove. too.
O. Mało mamy tworzenia. Masz
Here are
10.
the drugs. Be careful. No idea what it does to a non-technomancer.
Look at me. Don't worry about the effects. Take care of yourself, traveler.
Miałem, ale
I have to
wolałem
say,
nie ryzykować.
It is
Będziesz
disappointing
pierdolił.
you didn't want to show me how to repair the glove. Little knowledge goes a long way.
Następnym razem ci mogę założyć, jak się ubiorę. A weźmy, zapiszę. I sprawdźmy, co mogę sobie gadać? Jeszcze
You're a
obrowników.
robber, right?
Don't like that word. Don't consider myself that. I recover things people leave behind in the desert. I take nothing from nobody. Got cool things, though. Collect it, repair it, trade it.
When you say people who left stuff in the desert, you talking about settlers?
Sure. Yeah, in part. Found some settler items in the ruins, but my stock has interesting things from all over. Shadow paths, and even places pretty much in the middle of nowhere.
I ciekawie.
I even found an old rover. Out of commission and in bad shape, yeah? But there was some cool parts I salvaged. The driver was dead, so I figured I could make better use of it than him.
I see.
I więcej już się... nic nie mogę zapytać. Szkoda. Zanim pogadam...
Sir, please, help me! They killed my husband!
Czego chcesz? Ale to facet
Sir,
się...
I'm sorry to... I heard you help people around the city. Heard you had compassion for those in need. I'm sorry. My
No,
name is
mów do
Carlota.
rzeczy, proszę.
Zagrajmy, what can I do for you?
It's my husband. He's gone. He just... I know he's dead. I know it. Whoever did it, please. Find whoever did this to him. Find those
Uh-oh.
men.
What men, ma'am? You saw men take your husband?
No, I mean, I don't know. Some men came to find him a while ago. Threatened him, saying they wanted him to pay him serum in return for their protection. He said no, and their threats got worse. Then one morning, when I wasn't there, something happened at the shop. Everything was overturned, broken, and Fabio was gone. I know they did it!
All right. It sounds like the Vori. And if it is, unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna find your husband alive either. I'm sorry. But do you know where I could find them?
Na za dupy,
Last time I saw
dupy z
them,
dupy.
they were around the community soup. Please make them pay for what they did.
I'll do my best to find them, ma'am. You've got my
Ja
word.
struję ich i da mi się nażyć własnymi jajami. W sensie ich jajami.
This
Karmie.
feels bad, Zachariah. That man who
chcesz
disappeared, he
znowu?
ain't gonna be found alive. And Ophir's mob's just pouring into Noctis with their violence. We need to get them out.
Z tobą mogę pogadać? Mogę.
Welcome. What's your pleasure? What are you looking
Na pewno nie na ciebie. Części zapasowe do łazika.
I'm looking for spare parts for a rover. A stator, a rotor, and a thermic regulator.
I have a rotor, if you want. The rest, those are rare pieces you're after, you know.
Nie, 200 to.
Here. For that price, though, it better be in working order.
It's brand
Jak
new.
nie
from
będzie
what I
działał, to
know.
ci wsadzę go
Came
prosto
from
w
a
dupę i
mechanic who
odpalę.
took it from one of those big wind turbines. Take it. It's yours.
Thanks.
Coś jeszcze możesz mi powiedzieć?
Welcome, welcome. What's your
Tak, welcome się dalej. Obecny szablowników.
Angolo asked me to check in with everyone around here. Just wondering if you've been a victim of threats, extortion, or robbery lately.
Look, why are you looking to rock the boat, huh? There are men that you don't want to mess with. But if the prince trusts you... Yeah, a couple of scary-looking guys have been making the rounds, threatening a bunch of us. We pay them loads of serum or they say they'll bankrupt us. Those that said no are slowly losing their businesses.
How's that?
Their merchandise is getting stolen or ruined. One got beat on his way home. The rest of us are staying scared and paying what they want.
Where can I find them? Don't worry. They won't bother you after I'm done.
Yeah, just don't make things worse for us, you know? The ones I've seen hang around the center of the market.
Then that's where I'll go. Relax. It's gonna be over soon.
Tum tum tum. Dole oni są czy na górze? Nie wiem, ale gdzieś w tym burdelu. Kiedy tu mowa bliżej będzie? Ktoś na górze ma zadanie. A macie się? Wlazłem. Nie wiem. No ja. Dobra, oddam jej te dwie części, bo będzie mi ten znacznik mylił. I kurwiał. Po swoją drogą. F5. Bo mam pogadać?
Do I see Vori and Noctis? No, look at that, I do. Your cover's blown. Get out.
Sure. Right after you.
Za coś.
I want to make sure you understand a few things. First, I'm a Technomancer. Second, you know someone that can get shocked so bad that they permanently forget their own name, right? I suggest you think about those two things while you start packing.
You'd torture us over this. Really? Fine. We'll get out of your damn city. But I'd watch out after we tell Anton about this.
Jednych się pozbyłem. Nie wiem, gdzie możemy... Numerkę chciałem wcisnąć. Nie wiem. Odruch pewnie.
Repent! We won't have access to the Blue Paradise so long as we are not all absolved of our sins. You came here to wash your soul?
Nie.
I had something else in mind. Could you tell me more about your sect?
I can talk about it for hours, even days.
Dziękuję, ale nie
minutes
chcę.
should be enough.
Właśnie, kilka minut.
Alright.
Streść wszystko, co
How
potrzeba.
can I sum up faith? All the truth contained in this world in a few words. I have to bring myself down to my followers' level. I'll skip the beginning
Daj mi
of the
skróconą
story.
wersję,
Let's
proszę.
start with the settlers' arrival. So the settlers had challenged Sun by coming to this planet, by leaving heaven to come down to this hell. So he decided to destroy every source of life on Mars. His wrath was terrible. He unleashed a cataclysm that engulfed the world in a dust cloud. He probably would have wiped out every one of us if his son hadn't taken mercy on us and bestowed the blessing of his shadow. And it is in that shadow where the real men stayed, whereas the others, who thought they could withstand the Lord's vengeful eye, saw their features change forever. They became beasts and lost their soul. Today, we endlessly beg the Lord to reconcile with his Son and agree to live in harmony with us, that his eye becomes tender again and no longer burns.
I think I've heard enough. Everyone knows that story. I was hoping there might be something different, but no.
Jakąś pracę masz dla mnie?
I'm looking for some work. Would you happen to have anything for me?
It is the shadow who has sent you. I am looking for new
Nie,
worship
5 to brak,
objects for my
brak
followers,
tego
and there are relics,
zarobku.
benign traces of those who used to live in the canyons around the city, in the ruins of splendid cities. I would have gone there myself on my knees as if it were a holy pilgrimage, but that horrible place is teeming with disgusting creatures and ruthless thieves.
No, gadaj szybciej.
You want me to get the relics for you then? All right, I'll see what I can do. Even though I have some doubts regarding those splendid cities, only a few dwellings there.
Jest drogi. O, robię na pierogi. Więc jadłem pierogi. Dopiero pierwsza. Ja bym się teraz udać. Pizdu, mogę z wami pogadać?
Hey there.
What do you want, human?
Pogadać. Nic nie możesz. Widać? Stoi. Chciałem tylko pogadać, ale widać wyszło jak zwykle. On miał mnie w dupie.
Hey, Mr. Mancer, please?
Czego?
What's going on?
Well, my name is Marco, and I'm in charge of the network of wind turbines in Noctis.
I?
Nice to meet you, but I don't really know why you're reaching out to me.
Well, I know that you've helped our prince, and I thought, I have a big problem. We're dealing with a series of robberies like we've never experienced before. Many wind turbines have been taken apart, and their components have disappeared.
Oops.
Without this source of energy, the city could disappear. The water, the electricity we use, everything comes from the wind turbines.
You want me to find the thieves?
Well, yes. I was told that a mutant thief had in his inventory parts that seemed to come from our facilities. If you could interrogate him?
Why don't you do it yourself?
That's because he's a thief. Not really the nicest kind of individual, you see. And there are probably more people behind all this. Please?
Fine. I'll see what I can do.
Życie w chujamie robią, ale czemu mnie to nie dziwi? Nie wyglądasz na
My name's
mutanta.
Zagrajmy. The merchant prince sent me to give you a message. You're not wanted here, so get the hell out. End of message.
Message received. Now return this message. Eat my ass, you prick. My boss said we should stay, so we're staying. End of message.
No to ty masz odpowiedź ode mnie. Wypierdalaj, bo
There's the
zatłukę.
reason I'm not surprised you're still just a grunt among the Vori. Let me help you out a bit. You know what happens now that you've been spotted here. 1, you're smart and you leave, or 2, the merchant prince is gonna pin your ass down naked in the desert for a long, long date with the sun. Then watch you die a slow, painful death.
You don't honestly think you're even half as scary as Anton, do you? Really? Come on, man. Be honest with yourself.
I'd like to say this isn't personal, but it is.
Ja chciałem się dogadać. Nie chciałem pozabijać, chciałem wam pozwolić odejść, ale jak zwykle jesteście tumanami. Wychajcie za głupotę.
Never would have thought they'd disguise themselves so well. They're either getting smarter or someone a lot smarter above them is calling the shots.
Nic nie ma.
Anton must have put his top men here. I knew that tall guy at the city entrance looked familiar.
A mu coś stąd podpieprzyć? Chyba nie.
Stop right there! Nobody enters by order of the prince!
Górą wejdę. Mam tylko przejść. Daj sobie żyłę. Skończyło się nam wzmocnienie doświadczenia, szkoda. Macie ten czwarty? Tak. Bim, 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 coś tu mam? Nic tu nie mam. To wychodzę. Coś na górze będzie. Nie w tym miejscu. Chodź. Nie, to złodziei? Chyba nie. 5, idziemy do tej bandy.
Now there's a familiar fucking face. The notorious wanted Mancer from Ophir. You have any idea how much serum your head's worth? If the boss hadn't told us to stay away from that contract, I'd have it in a bag right now.
Wypierdalaj. Dotarli do Noctis.
How'd you find Noctis? Not like it's on a map.
Just like everyone else here, a smuggler got us in. And why wouldn't we? Ain't everyone welcome in Noctis? Total opposite of Ophir. We just blended in with the crowd escaping that shithole city, and the rest is the present. And damn if I don't love this place. So much opportunity. A breath of fresh air unlike the stale bullshit of Ophir. A lot of serum to be made here. Not as much corruption, for sure, but we're working on that.
Chodzi o
Do
pracę.
you happen to have a job for me?
Need serum, huh? Huh. Maybe you could do something for me. We haven't been here for long, but we came with a couple girls and got our hands on some local business. No matter where, there's always a need for this type of service. But girls have been disappearing for several days now.
Maybe they left. We're not in Ophir here. People can move around freely.
I would have believed if we hadn't found their pimps' bodies. The guys were taken out the dirty way. We think someone out there kills those guys and kidnaps our
O
girls.
tym wam pomogę, a później będę wam
Find who's
spytać.
doing it. Make them pay. Then find our girls. Hopefully alive. Though I got a feeling that ain't gonna be the case. I can show you on the map where the pimps' bodies are. Go there. You might learn a few things. We toss them into the canyon not to draw attention to our little problem. That way.
I'll look into it. Try to find the assassin.
Perfect. Do it. You'll get a reward.
A później każę wam spierdalać. Dobra, na tym skończymy ten odcinek. Słyszymy się w następnym. Pa, pa.